Hello my viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Mr. Pranab Kumar Oza going to start today's lecture. In our last couple of videos, we are presently discussing on the subject steel structure, design of steel structures. Of that subject, presently we are discussing on the topic bolted connections. Already we have covered two examples on bolted connections. Today we are going to start the example number 3 of bolted connection. So this is the today's example. A bracket is bolted to the flange of a column as shown in the figure below. Using 8 mm thick bracket plate, using M20 bolts of grade 4.6, design the bolted connection. So here this is also a design problem. So before starting the design problem, we have to discuss briefly on this type of connection. So you must remember one thing, this type of bolted connection is called eccentric connection. Eccentric connection. Why eccentric connection? If you see the definition of eccentric connection, if the line of action of the load doesn't pass through the center of gravity of group of bolts, the connection is known as eccentric connection. See, here this is the column and the section is ISHB 300 at the rate of 577 Newton per meter, and this is one bracket. These two members are to be connected with each other by bolted connections. So we have to place the bolts in this way to connect these two sections. So see, if you consider these are the group of bolts, their axis of the group will be like this. If you find out the axis of these bolts, means if you try to find out the CG of the bolts, only the bolts, then it will be somewhat here. Now the force acting on this connection is not passing through the CG. It is not passing through the CG. It is passing through some distance, which is 350 mm. 350 mm from the CG line of the bolts. That's why it is called the eccentric connection. As the external load is not passing through the CG line of the bolts, that's why this external force will create some moment about the CG line of the bolts. That's why it is called the eccentric connection, and we can call it eccentric bolted connections, as we are going to use the bolts for this connection. So next, let's start the design problem. See here, according to question, ISHB 300 at the rate 577 Newton per mm Newton per meter, I section is used. I section. So as we all know, as we have already discussed in our first video lecture, that the structural steel sections are available at the market in form of some standard sections. It may be I section, it may be channel section, it may be T sections, etc., etc. Based on our requirements, we will purchase that particular section and we will use in our construction. In this connection, as a column, ISHB 300 section, I section is used. Now, about these sections, whether it is channel, I or tubular, whatever it is, the details, dimensions, then sectional properties of these sections are available in one IS code. That is the IS 808. IS 808 1989. So along with the IS 800 2007, which is for steel design, also you have to use IS 800 1989 to get the details of the dimensions and sectional properties of the steel sections available at the market. Instead of IS 800, IS 808, you may use steel table also, steel table, which are also available at the market. Either IS 808 or steel table, which one you feel comfortable, you can use. And also remember, for the semester exam, along with IS 800, IS 808 is also you can bring to the examination hall. So now see, our section is, as per the question, IS HB 300 at the rate of 577 Newton per meter. If you see the steel table of IS 808, so you will find that we have two IS HB 300. One is this one, another is this one. In between these two, they have different masses. One has 58.8, the other has 63.0, but their unit is kg per meter. Okay, but if you multiply this 58.8 and 63.0 with, suppose, 58.8 into 9.81, so it will be converted into Newton per meter. Okay, so it will be converted into Newton per meter. So then 58.8 will become 577 Newton per meter, and for 63 the value will be higher. So in this question, as they have mentioned IS HB 300 577 Newton per meter, so we are going to use this properties of this section, IS HB 300 at the rate 58.8 kg per meter or 577 Newton per meter, both are same. Okay, because 58.8, if it is converted into Newton per meter by multiplying with 9.81, you will get 577 Newton per meter. Okay, so I have marked here with a close box for the section which we are going to use for the calculation as mentioned in the question. So as a first step of the solution, I shall write the given data in the question. So here M20 balls of grade 4.6 to be used. So diameter of the bolt is 20 mm, then diameter of the bolt hole which will be 20 plus 2, that is 22 mm. Then ultimate strength of bolt FUB, as it is a 4.6 grade, so 4 into 100 is the ultimate strength, which is 400 MPa. Then partial safety factor gamma MB, which is taken from the table 5 of IS 800. So this is the value of gamma MB for both soft fabrications and steel fabrications. Gamma MB value is 1.25. Next, for IS HB 300 at the rate of 577 Newton per meter, ultimate strength is Fu 410 MPa. Then flange thickness. So what will be the flange thickness for this section? See the table. Here T is the flange thickness, 10.6. So if you check the previous page, this page is 5A, the previous page is page number 5. So you will find which denote which dimension. Okay, suppose T is the capital T is the flange width. So like that, all these D, B, T, all these represent some particular dimensions. So that diagram is available in page number 5. So if you go through the page number 5, you can easily understand. So flange thickness taken from the table is 10.6 mm. Next, design strength of one bolt. Since the bolts are in single shear, therefore Nm equal to 1 and Ns equal to 0. Okay, so already we have discussed in details on single shear, double shear in our last 2 videos. So if you have not seen the videos, it will be available at the I button. Also I shall give its link on the description box of this video. You can check. So as it is for single shear, so Nn is taken as 1 and Ns will be 0. Now AMB is the cross sectional area of the bolt at threaded portion. So it is taken as 78% of the cross sectional area of the bolt. This is the actual cross sectional area of the bolt. Okay, because if it is a bolt, the below is the threaded portion. Okay, due to thread, some area is lost. So we consider 78% of the actual area of the bolt. So if you put the value of D, that is the diameter of the bolt, so it will be calculated as 245.044 meter square. Next, design strength of bolt in shearing. So if you follow the clause number 10.3.3, this is the design strength of bolt for shearing, VNSB by gamma MB. So this is the formula I have written. So if I replace VNSB by this formula, so it will be like this. then I have just put the values of Fu, then gamma MB, then NNN A and B. So finally the value has calculated as 45.272 kilonewton. This is the design strength of the bolt in shearing. Similarly, I have to calculate design strength of the bolt in bearing also. For that I have to follow the clause number 10.3.4. So V DPB equal V NPB by gamma MB. So if I replace V NPB with this formula 2.5 kb dt Fu, so finally V DPB will be this. This is the formula to calculate the design strength of bolt in bearing. Next, adopting two rows of bolting. Two rows of bolting means, see, so here I have shown this is one row of bolt, this is another row of bolt. So we have assumed that we shall provide two rows of bolting for that connection. Remember, till now we have not designed the connection, but before design the connection, some values or some arrangement we have to assume. In what form we have to arrange. So that's why we have assumed that the bolts will be placed on the connection in two rows. Then edge distance of 55 mm. Edge distance is 55 mm. Means see, suppose this is a connection, we shall place bolts in this way. Okay, so in this direction the force is acting. In this direction means over the bracket it is acting like this. In the vertical direction the force is acting. Okay, so then if it is if the force is vertical, so this distance will be the edge distance. Okay, the direction which is perpendicular to the application of the force, it is the edge distance E. Suppose I have considered the edge distance as 55, here also 55. See, this distance is perpendicular to the application of the force. Okay, and pitch of 50 mm. Pitch means center to center distance of the bolt in the direction of application of the force. So this is the perpendicular direction, this is the direction parallel to the application of the force. See, this direction is parallel to the application of the force, means it is vertical. Suppose it is 50 mm. Pitch is the distance of the extreme bolt from the extreme end, but in the perpendicular direction of the application of the force. And pitch is the center to center distance between the two bolts in the direction of the application of the force. These two values we have assumed. This is P, which is 50 mm, and edge distance is 55 mm. Then KB is the list of the following. Okay, so here it is given the IS code. KB is the smaller of these four values. Okay, so accordingly we have calculated E by 3 d naught. D naught is the diameter of the hole, which is 22 mm. Edge distance 55 mm. So it is calculated as 0.833. Next, P by 3 d naught minus 0.25. What is the P? P is the pitch, which is 50 mm. Then again the diameter of the hole is 22 mm. So finally the value is calculated as 0.508. Then FUB by FU. ultimate strength of the bolt, ultimate strength of the plate, 400 by 410. So which is calculated as 0.976 and last value is 1. So the smallest among these four values will be taken as KB, which is 0.508. So then we shall calculate VDPB, design strength of the bolt in bearing. So we shall use this formula. Okay. So gamma MB, then 2.5, 0.508 is the value of KB. Then the diameter is 20 mm. Then T. This is the KB. Sorry, this is the value of KB. Then it is the D. Then T. Then it is FU. Okay. So what is T? T in this case 8 mm. If you see the connection here, the thickness of the bracket plate is 8 mm and the thickness of the column means I section is 10.6 mm, which already we have written. This is the thickness of the flange of the column. So in between 10.6 and 8, the smaller one is 8 mm. So T will be the smallest of these two, 8 mm and 10.6 mm. So that's why here the T is 8. So finally we have calculated VDPB as 66.649 kilonewton. So the design strength of the bolt, which is the smaller of VDPB and VDSB, design strength in shearing and design strength in bearing. The smallest of these two will be taken as design strength of bolt, which is 45.272 kilonewton. Now moment due to external force M. If you see this figure here, 300 kilonewton is the external load which is acting in this connection eccentrically. As we have discussed at the beginning of the lecture, that since the load is acting away from the CG line of the bolted connection, so it will create one moment. So that moment is due to the eccentricity of the external force acting on the connection. So the moment M is equal to the force into the distance 350 mm. So here we have calculated the moment as 105 kilonewton meter. Next we have to calculate number of bolts required per row. So this is the N, number of bolts required per row, 6m, root over of 6m divided by 2 Vp. M is the moment, which is 105. Then capital V is the design strength of bolt, which is 45.272 kilonewton. Next, small p is the pitch, which is 50 mm, and if you convert it to meter, then we have to multiply it by 10 to the minus 3. So finally the number of bolts required per row is 11.8, which is approximately 12. Therefore, provided 12 bolts in each row as shown in the figure. If you see, this is the arrangement of the bolts in a connection. In this first row we have provided 12 number of bolts. Similarly in the second row also we have provided 12 number of bolts. So we have provided total 24 bolts in the connection. Next, distance of extreme bolt from the center of gravity of the bolts. So this will be the center of gravity of these 24 bolts, only for the bolts, not for the connection. If we talk about the CG for the bolts, this is the CG of this 24 number of bolts. So distance of the CG of the bolts to the extreme bolts, this one and 2 at the bottom, these are 4 extreme bolts. So we have to calculate the distance from any one of these 4. So if we calculate the distance, which is R, is the square root of this distance and that distance. So the vertical distance is 275. So it is clearly visible from these distances. Now what is this distance? Horizontal one. See, during the calculation we have assumed that the edge distance is 55 mm. So 55 mm at the both side, edge distance. Then total width of this column is 250. So if I subtract 55 into plus 55, so it will be 140. So from the CG to the center of the bolt, so distance will be 70. So R is square root of 70 square plus 275 square. So finally it is calculated as 283.77 mm. Okay. Next, summation of Ri square. That means it is the square of the distance of each bolt from the center of gravity of these 24 bolts. So already I have told that this is the CG of the 24 bolts. So the first distance of CG to this, suppose this is the number 1. So this distance is 70 square plus 275 square. No need to take square root, as we are going to calculate Ri square, square of the distance. Okay, this is the first bolt. Similarly for the second bolt, it is 70 square, horizontal distance 70 square, and the vertical distance is this much, which is 225 square, plus for the third bolt this distance, so this much 70 square, horizontal distance is always same, 70 square plus 175 square. Then for fourth bolt, plus 70 square plus 125 square, plus the next one, fifth one, so 70 square plus 75 square, and the sixth one, 5 and 6th, 70 square plus 25 square. These are the distance, square of the distances of each 6 volts from the CG. Now if you notice, the distance of the 6 number of bolt from the CG is same of this bolt from CG. Okay, similarly we can mark this as 6. Similarly I can mark this as 6 and this as 6. Means by multiplying every distance with 4, we get the total distances of the 24 bolts from the CG. Because if you first notice the 6 bolts, the other bolts are also symmetrically placed. If I calculate for the 6 bolts and then if I multiply each distances by 4, then I shall get the square of the distance of each bolt from the CG. Okay, because this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 6, then this can be also marked by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Means for the bolt number 1, this and that, for all these 4 number of bolts, their distance from the CG is same. Okay, similarly for all number 2 bolts, that their distance from the CG is same. So we can easily calculate in this way by multiplying with the 4. So summation of Ri square is calculated as 832600 mm square. Okay, next, force in extreme bolt due to bending F2. The formula is M into R divided by summation of R square. So summation of R square already we have calculated, just calculated. Then M is 105 kilonewton meter. So we have converted to kilonewton mm, as this is in mm square. Okay, so we have converted to mm, 105 into 10 cube kilonewton mm, and 283.77 is also in mm. So finally the F2 is calculated as 35.787 kilonewton. Okay, for extreme bolt tan theta, okay, extreme bolt tan theta is 275 by 70, means it is a vertical distance. So in this way, this is 275 and this is 70. So this is the theta. Tan theta we have calculated as, theta we have calculated as 75.719 degree. So therefore cos theta is this much, 0.24668. Now direct shear force F1, 300 kilonewton divided by total number of bolts. So 300 kilonewton by total number of bolts is 24. For each bolt the direct shear force is 12.5 kilonewton. So resultant force on extreme bolt F equal root over of F1 square plus F2 square plus twice F1 F2 cos theta. So if you put the values of F1 F2 and cos theta, we will get 40.714 kilonewton. So this is the resultant force on the extreme bolt due to the external force acting on the connection, which is 300 kilonewton. So the force is 40.714 kilonewton and it is less than V. So what is the V? What is V here? So this is the V, 45.272 kilonewton. So since the force acting on the extreme bolt is less than the design value of the bolt P, hence the design is safe. Therefore, provided 24 numbers of M20 bolts in 2 rows as shown in the figure. So this is all about the design of eccentric connection using bolts. Thanks for watching the video. If you have liked my video, please share and subscribe. For any query, you can directly comment me at the comment section. Thank you.